Hey everyone, I'm Daniel Williams, Assistant Farm Manager, Food for All programs here at Pitney Meadows Community Farm. And we're here today to talk about tomatoes. So to start, I'd like to talk a little bit about how we grow field tomatoes here at Pitney Meadows. So you see here we have a few different varieties of what we call slicer or heirloom tomatoes. So we have a bunch of different varieties so that you can find the ones that you love that work well for your culinary style. So we planted these out in the spring. They're a nice long full season crop. And as they've been growing, we have been trellising them up using what's called the Florida weave. So what the Florida weave does is it takes a piece of nylon string, and as the plant's at this height, we wrap the string around each of these U-posts or T-posts, and we go all the way around each plant. And that kind of sandwiches each plant. So it gets us, each plant has a string both on the west side and on the east side, so that it's sandwiched and it's held upright. This keeps most of the leaves and foliage and the fruits off the ground, promotes better airflow, and keeps the crop from just kind of sprawling all over the place. It's a fairly efficient and fairly effective way to trellis several hundred feet of tomatoes without having tomatoes that are going to grow to an unset amount of height. These are indeterminate varieties. All right, so that's how we grow them. When we are, now let's take a look at harvesting the tomatoes. So the key is just finding a good ripe tomato. Folks will say a lot that you can just pick it at any color and it'll ripen up on your counter. It'll color up, but you're gonna miss out on a lot of the great sugar content, a lot of the flavor that comes from harvesting a fully vine-ripened tomato. So let's look at some different stages. So over here, I have this kind of green one here that clearly needs a while yet. Then I have this one here. It's starting to show a good amount of red. It's a little bit soft on the bottom, but it still has a lot of green on its shoulder. It's still pretty firm. So I want to leave both of these two. This one over here, I have more red. I have a nice rich red down here at the bottom. Still have a little bit of green on the shoulder, but this is definitely within the range of what I would consider harvestable. So this one can come off and be a delicious tomato. Down here, we have kind of a fully vine-ripened example. This is going to be real smushy. You're going to want to use this quickly. Might even be a little bit past. But you can see that we have, that as we leave it, it'll color up completely. All right, I had some members asking about cracking. So with all the rain that we've had this summer, there's definitely going to be some cracking happening in these tomatoes. There's just a lot of moisture that these plants are vigorously sucking up. And while we can control how much water we're putting down through our irrigation, we can't control the rain. So you're likely to see a good amount of cracking on these. Tomatoes are fine, even if they're showing a little bit of cracking. But let's take a look at a few. So some of these I would not really want to eat. I'm seeing like some significant splitting. There's some bug damage, some mold forming. Let's leave this. We'll throw it in our compost pile. That's okay. Then I got this one, also kind of a little rough looking, but I would, at least personally, take this home, slice off the top, and enjoy a delicious bottom half of that tomato. And then this one up here has a little bit of cracking up at the top, looks a little funky, but it's a totally delicious tomato. And this one looks great to me. You can take this home and enjoy. So that's kind of a few different stages along the way of cracking. For how to use tomatoes, my goodness, there's so many options. I will leave it to y'all's best judgment. I guess you want to go, you can go Mexican, you can go Italian, you can go just about anything with these delicious things. But I hope you enjoy. For storage, just don't stick it in your fridge unless it's attracting fruit flies.